I doing forgetting about my inner corner highlight? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you're here. If you're new, please subscribe down below. It would mean so much to me and I would really appreciate it. You can also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Today's video is gonna be a first impressions video. I'm gonna be trying out all of the makeup that I got in my TJMAXX haul, which should have been the video before my previous video. I'll leave it in a card up above just in case and in the description box so you can check it out before this video if you want to see that one. But today we're just going to be trying out all these products on my face. I'm going to let you know all of my thoughts on them. I'm of course always honest on my opinions. And if you guys want me to do like a mini update in the description box or in the comments, I could do that as well. It just seemed like more people were wanting to see the first impressions. So I thought that's what I would do for you guys. Like I said, I have all the products on my face right now and I'm gonna stop rambling now. We're gonna go ahead and get into the video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll pop it up here on the screen and let's get started. All right guys, so I'm gonna put on my little headband to get all this hair out of my face. I think I'm gonna start with the eyes. So I'm gonna use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow. I'm just going to set my lids with some powder, my Maybelline Fit Me powder. So I'm using the Model's Own palette that I talked about in the other video. This is the Barely There #2 palette, and this is what it looks like if you haven't seen that video. The shades in here look really beautiful, and I'm really excited to try these out today and see how the quality is because I've never tried any Model's Own products actually. So we're gonna start out with this really light pinky shade right here, the lightest kind of matte shade in the palette actually. So I'm gonna take this fluffy brush from Wet n Wild and I'm just gonna tap in there. There's hardly any like fallout or any dusting coming up from the shadows, which is really interesting. You don't see that a lot, especially not with affordable shadows. I can tell right away I'm going to need to go back into the pan because it's just very lightly pigmented. I'm going to do this eye and then I'm going to go in with a little bit more of a dense brush just to see if it applies differently because this is a really like flimsy, loose brush, if that makes sense. So I'm just grabbing this Morphe brush and I'm going to go in there again. We're gonna go in with a darker shade. So I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. And I'm just gonna tap this more like on the outer corners and bring it into the crease. Okay, so I was really curious to see how a little bit of a darker shade would do. And I can definitely tell this formula is pretty powdery and not super pigmented. I'm having to build this up quite a bit more than I expected. And when I say powdery, I don't even mean that there's a lot of kick up in the pan. It's just when you tap your brush in there, you look at it, it looks like a powdery formula, if that makes any sense. So I don't even know if you guys can tell on camera, but this is the eye that I just put that deeper shade on, and that's built up quite a bit actually. This is the one with just the transition shade. So not sure how I feel about these mattes so far. Like I said, they're blending fine. It's just kind of shocking almost, the lack of pigment here. We're gonna go in with the two darkest shades in the palette, the two darkest mattes. So I'm gonna take this shade and this shade right here. I'm gonna mix them together and I'm gonna apply those to the outer corner, mostly focusing on the outer corner. Probably not going to bring them into the crease too much. And those, again, on first application, they're like non-existent. That's something I'm just trying to figure out if maybe there's like a layer over top of the shadows that's causing it to like not be pigmented. I don't understand. Now these darker shades I'm definitely noticing are going on a little bit more patchy than the first couple shades that I used. They were blending nicely. These still aren't blending bad, but I can definitely see that there's some patchiness and I do have to blend just a little bit more. I'm gonna go back in with the lightest shade that we used, the first one right here, one more time just to try to blend out those edges. I have to be honest with you guys, I know I was so excited about this palette in that video, and it was $3.99, which is crazy to me, and I've heard good things about Model's Own, but I'm just disappointed in this. Like, I felt like, I hate talking negative about a product in a video, but I thought this was gonna be at least somewhat better than it is. I mean, like I said, this is a beautiful palette. It looks like something I would love. Anyways, it happens. So I'm gonna take a wipe and clean up the edges of the eyeshadow here. Okay, and I'm gonna try to use one of these shimmer shades, or maybe a couple of them. I'm gonna use this shade right here, the more like rose goldy shade, and I'm gonna see if maybe the shimmers are better than the mattes. I'm just gonna apply this to like the center of the lid more. I'm using my finger with this, guys. I'm having to build this up so much, it's crazy. I am going to use the lighter shade, this one right here. I'm gonna put this on the inner corner, but I do not have high hopes for this. The thing is, usually shadows, like shimmers like this, apply the best with your fingers, and these are just not applying well. I'm not even gonna try them with a brush, to be honest, just because I feel like it's pointless. I mean, it's obvious that these just aren't really great quality shimmers or mattes. I just don't think I would recommend this. The shimmers especially were really disappointing just because of how sheer they went on. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit more because I know we're kind of like far out right now, and I want you guys to at least be able to see how it looks now that I have done this. This is the eye makeup. I should have zoomed you guys in earlier so you could really see everything. But I'm going to take this Stila liquid highlighter. I have higher hopes for this, so I hope it doesn't let me down. This is, like I said, a highlighter, but I'm going to try it as an eyeshadow because it is like a really chunky, glittery formula, and it looks more like their eyeshadow formula. So I've seen swatches online, and they do, like I said, look very similar to the eyeshadow formula, but just maybe not as much of that base pigment. So I do really like kind of like a sheer glittery eye, as long as it still has that pop to it. But this is in the shade Kitten. Let's see if I can find the exact name of this. It just says their glitter and glow highlighter. So we're gonna try it on the eyes today. I'm just gonna apply it straight to my lids over top of those other shadows because I don't mind covering them up. I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'll blend around the edges a little bit. That looks really cool. It looks like the perfect thing to use when you're doing like a no makeup look. And you don't have a ton of makeup on your face, and then you would just put this like all over the lids and just kind of like up into the crease for like an editorial look. That's the kind of vibes it's giving me. Like, it would almost look better like that versus like a pigmented glitter all over the lid, because it is more of that sheer glitter formula. But I gotta say, I'm digging it. Like, it looks really, really pretty. I would just love to try it with an eye look like that, like I mentioned, the sheer kind of all over the lid look. I don't know how this is showing up on camera, but in person it looks like a really cool, like that sheer glittery, glossy lid look. I'm gonna grab this blending brush now. I'm just gonna kind of like pull around the edges a little bit. Not really like blending right against the shadow, but just kind of seeing if I can make it a little bit less harsh. We're gonna keep going, we're gonna see. I'm going to move on to the face now, and I'm gonna prime with my Bare Minerals Prep Step Moisture Set Radiant Prep Cream and my L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I'm gonna mix these two together. I've been loving doing this before foundation recently. This is gonna be like my base, especially since we are trying a new foundation. I wanna use something that I already know that I love. This video is already getting way too long. I'm mixing those together, and I'm going to apply them all over my face. And this does have like a beautiful sheen to it. The L'Oreal Glotion does, but the Bare Minerals one doesn't. So it kind of shears it out a bit more. So it's not like as concentrated of a glow, if that makes sense. And I really like this combo. All right, so grabbing the Clinique foundation from the TJMAXX video. This is the Clinique Even Better Makeup with SPF 15, Evens and Corrects, it says. So this is in the shade WN04 Bone. I know this is going to be a little light for me right now, especially since I have like a self-tanning lotion on. We're going to try it out anyway. And like I mentioned in my other video, I think this would be great for a mixing foundation, like to lighten darker foundations if I do end up liking the formula. So, okay, so I'm tapping this all over the face. It feels like kind of like a moussey texture. It's not super thick, but it's also not super thin. Definitely liquid. It's not like a mousse, but it does feel more whipped almost. Here we go. I'm gonna grab my beauty blender that I always use. Okay, I didn't apply a ton, but I can already tell this is more of like a light medium coverage. And yes, I do know this looks light on me, but to be fair, I do have a really uneven, dark skin tone or whatever on my face. It's gonna look crazy, like a crazy difference when I put foundation on, especially since I have really dark under eye circles. So it's gonna look like it's way too light for me. I gotta say, this is like the perfect coverage for me. Like, I always love to do a foundation that's like light to medium coverage like this and then spot conceal, but I am gonna do another like thin layer just for the sake of the video and trying this foundation out. I'm just gonna put it more on like areas where I would need it. We're gonna see how this builds. Wow, that is building nicely on my blemishes. I don't even feel like I need to go in and conceal that much. I gotta tell you guys, I'm really liking how this foundation looks right now. Like, I built it up to where like it covers everything pretty nicely, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey at all. Like, honestly, this looks so natural on the skin. I don't have a new concealer to try, which you probably already know. I'm using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind because this is just what I have and love. I'm just applying this on the under eyes because I honestly just don't really feel like I need a ton of spot concealing. I have a spot over here and one on my chin that I might try to cover, but for the most part, like, I feel like that foundation did a really great job of covering everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set that like I always would with the Maybelline Fit Me powder and my Real Techniques sponge. I'm gonna set my forehead lines just a little bit because they always crease. Same with my smile lines. And yes, guys, honestly, wow, I am just so impressed with this foundation. Like, it looks so flawless on the skin while still looking like a natural finish. It doesn't look too matte or too dewy, and it's just beautiful. I guess we're gonna see how it wears, and I'll let you guys know in a future video or in the comments, but so far I'm digging it. So I don't have a new bronzer to try, so I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. Perpetually Tan primer infused bronzer. I haven't used this in a while because I've been using my butter bronzer. That's in my project pan, but we're gonna switch it up today. And I actually have a brush to test out. So this is the Real Techniques 300 brush. And this is what it looks like. It's like a fluffy powder brush, but I thought it looked like it would be great for bronzer, so I picked it up and I thought we would try it out. This is a really soft brush, so I'm really curious to see how it blends. I feel like this looks really good. Honestly, I feel like it blended really nicely and it looks very seamless and beautiful. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is a more kind of, like I said, flimsy, soft brush, and it makes sense that it would work better for powder. And again, I haven't tried this with a really pigmented bronzer, and I don't know how it would work then. You'd have to tap in really lightly and be careful because it's not gonna do as much work blending as like my e.l.f. stipple brush would, you know? But this bronzer being so easy to blend already, it looks beautiful. So that's all I can really tell you guys at this point because I don't know how it would perform with a different bronzer, but with this one, I mean, it looks beautiful. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. So far, I really like it. So I feel like once you put bronzer on, this foundation looks really good with my skin tone. Like, I feel like it matches really nicely. It's the right undertone, like it's a warm neutral undertone. I just thought it might be a little bit light in shade, but so far it's looking good, especially after you apply the bronzer. So we're gonna keep going and I'm gonna see. I do have a blush to try out today. I'm using the blush trio that I talked about in the shade Peachy Love. There's 3 shades in here, obviously. This is what they look like. So we've got Nectarine, Ginger, and Miami. We're gonna try out Nectarine today, just the most neutral one, because I feel like it would go the best with this eye look. If I end up liking this formula, I'm saving Miami, this one right here, for a makeup tutorial that will be coming soon. I wanted to do a look with a blush like this, so we're gonna see how we like the formula. I'm gonna use my regular blush brush. Pretty pigmented blushes, I would say, but that blends really nicely. I'm gonna bring that up a little bit because I do like to bring my blush up a little bit further. I just feel like it gives that nice flush look, and sometimes I'll go over the nose even. Wow, I really like this shade. I feel like this is such a pretty neutral shade while still having that nice like pop of pink to it without being too much. I really like this color, and I feel like it blended so nicely. So things are definitely turning a page. I'm glad we're liking the face products. I'm really nervous because I don't have another highlight to try besides the Stila one. For the sake of this video, I think I am going to try this out as a highlight today. I know it's really glittery, as you can tell from the eyes, but we're just going to tap it on the cheekbones just a little bit, see how it looks. I'm really nervous, but we're going to give it a go. I might use a different highlight, like my Essence Pure Nude, for like the rest of my face, and then just use this for the cheekbones so that I'm not getting glitter all over my face, because that makes me a little nervous. And I am filming another video after this, so I don't want to look too crazy. I'm gonna just tap this. Wow, so glittery. And that's how it looks. Hopefully that's picking up on camera. If you're looking for like a sheer glittery, almost like editorial highlight, this is definitely very cool, very different, not something I would wear on the daily, but it does look kind of cool. It looks very like Coachella, you know? I don't know if I would have the guts to wear this in public unless I was going to like a festival or something, but it does look really, really cool. I kind of like it, kind of dig it. I really like it as an eyeshadow though. The more I'm looking at it, the more I like the way that it looks with like the rest of my makeup on. I just think it's really pretty. So definitely a positive in that sense. Yeah, don't think I would wear this on my cheeks to go out, but it looks cool. Grabbing my Essence Pure Nude, I'm just gonna dust this all over the rest of the face, kind of like the nose and chin, so that I'm not putting glitter all over my face. Okay, I'm just gonna do my brows really quickly off camera because I'm not using anything new. I'm just gonna use my Essence Make Me Brow and my Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit, and I'll be back. All right, brows are on, same with mascara, not using a new one, so I'm just gonna curl my lashes, and I'm gonna use my Lancome Monster Big Mascara. Gotta tell you guys, I've really been loving this stuff. Applying some to the bottom lashes. Wow, I just realized that I completely forgot to do the lower lash line. Like completely forgot to put any eyeshadow or anything there. So yeah, but I do kind of like it anyways because it kind of brings together that whole like festival look with like the glitter highlight and eyeshadow and everything. So it kind of makes it look cool without the lower lash line done, if that makes any sense. I kind of like it. All that we've got left now is the lips, and I have a couple different products that I wanted to use because, you know, I got that Bare Minerals set of lipsticks, but I couldn't decide which of these shades to use. I have Notorious and Panko. These are the Bare Minerals Radiant lipsticks, and they had the collection. So we've got 2 nude shades, but one's like deeper than the others. The deeper one is Panko, and the lighter one is Notorious. I don't know. I think we'll use the lighter one just because I think it might look a little better with this look, to have like a really like light nude lipstick. I don't know, whatever. We're just gonna apply this straight to the lips. I'm not gonna use a lip liner just because I want to see how this is without one. I don't know. It feels so freaking moisturizing on the lips. Wow. Just like it did when I swatched it. I really gotta tell you guys, the level of comfort that this is on the lips is ridiculous. It feels like a cloud. Like lip clouds is what it feels like. I will wear this product forever just because of how comfortable it is, and obviously it looks beautiful, but it feels so comfortable that I feel like I would wear it if it was ugly. Wow, 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 wow. That is so comfortable. I really wanted to try out the Julep lip product that I got. This is in the shade Crimson. It's like a crimson. It's like a bright red shade, but obviously it's not going to go with this look. Maybe we'll take off this lip product and just try it out, just see how it is. I should have tried that one first, obviously, instead of putting this one on and then taking it off, because now I want to wear it forever. But just for the sake of the fact that this is a first impressions, and I want to try all the products that I got from that video, and we're going to pop on this Julep Hydrating Lip Sheer in Crimson. Beautiful, beautiful name, beautiful packaging. This is one of those products that is like a sheer lip product, but you can build it up to be more pigmented, which I always think is really cool. Even though I'm not a fan of this color with this look, this product is again very comfortable. It feels a little bit more, just a tinge more of a satin matte, not matte at all, but it's like a little bit more matte than the Radiant lipstick, if that makes any sense. Because it's still not matte, it's like a satin, comfortable, creamy formula, but it's less creamy and radiant than the Bare Minerals one. I'm gonna wear this a couple more times and let you guys know what I think about it in the future. I feel like with the Bare Minerals ones, I already know that I love them and will continue to love them. So, but now that we've tried on the shade Notorious, why don't we go ahead and try on Pancoat, just for the heck of it. And then maybe we'll just stick with this one for the video. I feel like you almost don't need a lip liner with this, just because they apply, for some reason they just apply so easily around the lip line without looking messy. I do like the lighter nude a little bit better with this look, but I do think this looks kind of cool. Anyway, I'm gonna finish off with my Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. Shake up the bottle. Alright, well, this is the finished look, and I gotta tell you guys, I really liked the majority of these products. I thought most of them were good, but if I had to pick out like my favorite ones, the ones that like really stood out to me, I would have to say the foundation. Again, this is the Clinique Even Better Makeup. I just feel like it looks really beautiful on the skin. And then the lip products, the Bare Minerals Radiant lipsticks. These are so beautiful, and the fact that I found this set of 8 lipsticks, even though they're smaller, there's still a good amount of product in them, for $10, and they're just such a great formula. Like, I feel like they're so comfortable and beautiful and like my perfect lip product. Obviously, it depends what you like. If you like a full coverage like liquid matte lipstick, this might not be for you, but for me, I love them. Again, I do like most of them besides the eyeshadow palette. I just don't think that's worth even picking up unless I got a dead or something. It just, to me, there's so many better eyeshadows that are affordable, and even though the shades are beautiful and the packaging is cute and you get a nice mirror in there, it's just not worth it to me for the quality. I think the highlighter was also really cool as an eyeshadow. I'm really excited to continue wearing that and trying it out different ways. And this is how it looks from a distance on the cheeks as a highlight. Very glittery, but I don't know how that's showing up on camera. I do think it is really cool. Like, if you were into like some festival makeup, this would be like the perfect highlight. Like, I would wear it to like a festival. Otherwise, I don't know, probably not comfortable with that. But anyways, moving on, let me know what you guys thought about all these products in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, or that it was helpful in any way. Maybe you found something you'd want to try or something you want to steer clear from. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really, really appreciate it. If you stuck around till the end of the video, you're amazing. Leave me a champagne bottle emoji in the comments. And you can follow me on Instagram. I'll pop it on the screen. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe down below if you're not already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.